to go through life and try to become successful without actually going through a problem or many issues or problems along the way. Somehow the universe has a way of putting these things in front of you and actually having you question yourself. Can I do it? Can I make it through? Is this for me? Why did I start this? I'm failing. I'm broke. I don't got no more money left. My credit's not right. This, that, and the third. There's so many things that you're going to be thinking about as you say to yourself, what am I going to do next? What you have to do in that case, you can't give up. You have to create the plan. Keep going. Keep making the plans. Become more creative. See, I talk about creativeness for a reason, because you have to be creative. I don't know if creativeness is a word, but y'all know what I'm saying. Being creative is very important in the process of when you making it, trying to make it happen while the challenges are happening at the same time. Staying motivated through it. First, let's talk about the importance of staying motivated while you're going through challenges. First is, if you don't stay motivated, you're going to become like, I would say, like stressed, depressed, and feel like I'm not living for nothing. I don't have an aim. I don't have a goal. When you lose the motivation to become successful, you no longer want to move forward in that particular plan, because that's not what you want to do anymore. So now you start picking away at different things that doesn't really feed what you really like. It doesn't really satisfy you universally, because there's things in the universe that we all are. We just are things that happen to be us, regardless of who we are and what we do in life. Some of us are, like I said, finance people. Some of us are warriors. Some of us are comedians, just naturally funny people. Some of us are writers and philosophers and, musicians and stuff like that. So we have to think about how we are as individuals. When we fail, we feel bad. And so what, you're going to fail. That's part of it. Challenges are going to happen along the way. There's no way, again, you're going to go through life and think that you're not going to have the challenges that everybody else has. There's no way. It has to happen. It has to happen to you. It has to happen to me. It has to happen to everybody that's going to go through those levels of success, or in life and business or relationships. You're going to fail. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. You're just going to go through it. But the reality is just staying motivated and making sure you get back up. Making sure, all right, I failed now, but all I got to do is just get back on it. And then the next thing I know, this is what's going to happen. Like, for instance, most people, after they fail, they'll give up. They'll say, I don't want to do this no more. And you know why I know that? I was one of those people. I was one of those people that when I did music my whole life, I did music since I was 9, 10 years old. I started playing the trombone. I started playing the drums. I started doing production. I got my first keyboard. Actually, one of my brothers, he bought a keyboard. He was trying to make beats on it, but I actually took the keyboard over and started making beats because I was the musician of the family. I was the actual musician. So I started making beats. I said to myself, I'm going to be this Kanye West, Dr. Dre type of person. In the hood, people knew me making music, this, that, working with different people. But I didn't make it through. I didn't make it to that other level. Now, what I do know is in the process of me doing music and actually trying to make it to that level, or doing little fashion stuff here and there, because let me say me, because I didn't make it to that next level, I felt as though I wanted to give up on whatever it was. I wasn't motivated no more. And especially when it became me by myself. Because of the lack of support, because of the lack of help, because of the lack of different things, I felt as though I need to give up. And it was like, no, I'm not going to give up. I felt burnt out. The fear of failure started to kick in, to where it was like, I started to see the challenges in myself. So during those times when this is probably 2011, 12, 13, when I kind of like started shifting my life and started going in other directions. What I realized is that I had to figure out what I wanted to do. Now, by the time 2013 come, I'm going through another hardship, but I still stayed motivated. I was walking when again, if you look at the last video or a couple videos back, I said how, you know, my car got repoed from the title loan people because I got a title loan at that time and I couldn't pay it. But I stayed motivated. So I walked to go get a job. I walked to go get another job. I was so dedicated. At that time, I had $7 in a token to my name. I was so dedicated to make something happen. This is true story. I was so dedicated to make something happen that I worked at Applebee's for several months just to eat and make a little bit of money. Applebee's helped me to go get another job up the street in the behavioral health world, because again, I've been in that for 20 plus years, and I learned a lot in that world on how to communicate and be around different personalities and people. I enjoy it at that time, but here it is. This is what I'm doing now. So I'm working there, working at another job. I'm walking to this job, and I'm walking to that other job. But then after about 30 to 60 days of working at both jobs, I did my first wholesale deal, made $5,000. It wasn't a coincidence. I had got a mentor. You know, I spent a little bit of money on this mentor. I had the last little money left. I paid for it. Did my first deal, made $5,000. I bought a car, and then I moved and got a little apartment. And from there, things just been rolling for me. Now, here's the thing. During that process, though, the challenges became real, because now we're talking about how I personally started to think different. I started to read personal development books, self-help books. This was years before 2013. I started reading that kind of stuff. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all of those type books. Listen to Les Brown, Bob Proctor, Dan Pena, all of the OGs, Tony Robbins, all of the people, Eric Thomas, everybody, Wallow. I like Wallow. I like what Wallow did. So, but I see it as like, I noticed that over the years, as I begin to develop my mind, you know, my image begins to change. How I thought about myself begins to change. The confidence level of myself begins to change. My self-esteem becomes more in check, because we all go through those levels of low self-esteem, high self-esteem, lack of confidence, high confidence. All of us go through that. There's nobody in this world who can say they never been in that state of low self-esteem in themselves, their personal image, how they see themselves. I think everybody has been into that mindset once or twice in their life before. If they say they haven't, that's what's up. But I believe that most people have had that lack of confidence once or twice in their life, that low self-esteem once or twice. Don't you know, a lot of times the most beautiful person, the most handsomest man, and the most beautiful woman can have low self-esteem? The highest successful person that has all of the money and resources, or just a celebrity that has all of the, that everybody knows, might not feel good about themselves. Don't you realize that? What we see on TV and what we see behind the scenes is behind the scenes. It's acting for the most part. Most people are personalities. Most people are acting out how they would be in a real environment. Today we have an opportunity to make content and do stuff like this and just be real and be genuine. I just had a phone call from one of my cousins. If you watch that video, my little cousin's phone call a blessing in disguise? I think the video might be out by the time. So that's what makes there's somebody listening. I didn't expect my at all. In the middle of me doing the last video, I did another video, and I'm doing this now, and then I got more videos that I need to do throughout the week. But I didn't think he was gonna call me to say, "Cuz, thank you for saying what you said on the video, the last one you just did. Thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying that. I really agree with everything you're saying. And your platform is giving me an opportunity to, you know, express myself, to be self-expressive in how I want to be." And I love those type of calls. So really, the personal stories that I have is me just going through my own levels. When I wrote this book, 5 Simple Ways to Increase Your Personal Potential and Attractiveness, I wrote this out of my mind. You can find this on Amazon. 5 Simple Ways to increase your personal potential and attractiveness by Isaac Abraham. Find it on Amazon, self-published book. This is a dope book if you're into personal development, self-help topics and stuff like that. 5 simple ways to increase your personal potential and attractiveness. This is a book I wrote, not AI generated or anything like this. Something wrong with AI, but I wrote this book because I was able to write something like this because I really lived this lifestyle. I was able to write a book like this because I actually lived this. This is how I live. Like, it took me years to get to how I am right now. It took me years to get to this point of that I feel good about myself and I embrace my creativity and I embrace this. I gave up on my creativity years ago because I didn't make it out. I felt like a failed artist. I felt like a struggling artist. You know what I mean? That success, that's real. When you really, like football players that wanted to, I was talking to my homie the other day. He played football for years. And I'm sure it's other guys like him, athletes in different sports of the athletic world who train their whole life and don't make it to the professional league in the thing that they do. Imagine that. Train your whole life and never make it to that level that you really wanted to be at. You know how many people go through that? You know how many people have failed at stuff that they do, that they've been doing their whole life? Imagine that. Imagine losing the motivation in something that you've been trying to do your whole life and never make it out. And then you see somebody else who come right in and become successful. That's how it typically happens too. It'd be like, you've been doing all of this shit all of these years, but then this person could just come right in, bang, now, and make it happen. See, people coming in now because there's a lot more, the way you can make things happen today is a lot different, especially in my age group. These young boys out here, 22, 23, 24, are getting at it. That's what keep me motivated. When I look at these young boys and they getting some money and they making shit happen, that makes me motivated. Like, yeah, I like the way these young boys was pulling up in Bentleys and Ferraris and all kind of trucks. And yeah, that's dope to me. Black, white, Asian, or Hispanic, it don't matter across the board. If you out there getting at it, that's what's up. Like, stay motivated. Get at it. Get some money. You see what I mean? Like, make yourself happy. Money's gonna make you happy. Money gonna make you happy. I don't care what nobody say. Money make you just feel good. When you broke, you listen. When you broke, you feel bad. I don't care what nobody say. Money make me happy. Money makes me happy. I'm gonna do a video about that. How money make me happy. Because money makes me feel like I'm comfortable enough to do things in life and not have to stress. I want more money. I don't got enough. There's never enough money, and I'm still working towards my goals. So this is serious. I'm genuine about this. This is what I really do. So to summarize all this down, you know, me maintaining my motivation has helped me to just stay on track, to accomplish goals, to write my book, my first book. I got other ideas of books coming to help me stay motivated with my brand, with the stuff that I'm doing. Staying motivated helped me to actually be more creative and get back to the fashion stuff. You know, just this is me, man. Like, I'm really genuine about what I do here. And so if anything that I'm saying in this video is something that you agree with, something that as you was watching this video, you was nodding your head like, yeah, yo, I like what this guy's saying because I feel the same way. I don't care if you black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We all go through those struggles in life to where we lose the motivation to do what we got to do. So if that's something that you feel and something that you agree to and something that you can say, yeah, I agree to that. I don't care who you are, what hood you come from, what neighborhood you come from around the world. You agree to what I'm saying. And if you feel what I'm saying, like the video, share the video. And I mean, if you really, you know, want to be down with more of the content that I got coming on, subscribe too. But share it out and like it. So, because if you like the message of what I'm saying, somebody else might like what I'm saying. Somebody else may need to hear exactly what I just said tonight. Or even though you're going to go through your challenges and you're going to go through all of this stuff, you just got to just keep going. Okay, you're going to be stressed out. Okay, you're going to be to the point where it's like, I don't know what to do. Just get in the game and make it happen. I'm going to leave y'all with that. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Get back to me, y'all. Let me know. Leave y'all comments.